Imagine this. You work for an established and highly respected online news website, and you are tasked to write an article about, of all things, motorcycles. Recently, there's been a spike in motorcycle sales, and your boss figures that since buyers' interests in these bikes are up, so will its related word searches online. He doesn't care about what specific aspect of motorcycles you decide to write on, just as long as you get an article about them done within the day. There is, however, one teensy tiny problem. You don't give a fuck about motorcycles. How will you be able to write about something you don't even bother spending time researching on? That is when you come up with an insanely brilliant idea. With the rise of AI writing tools like ChatGPT, Jasper, and AnyWord, it has become much easier for aspiring book authors, news, and fan fiction writers to gain the inspiration they need to birth their special, one-of-a-kind art into the world. Well, that is, if they choose to use it just for inspiration or assistance and not their entire fucking work. I'm not saying AI prompts aren't useful. They are. Their ability to generate ideas out of basically nothing can serve as a basis for one to initialize their own creative vision and ideas into their projects. But it can become problematic, or perhaps even criminal, when a piece of shit loafer just mooches off the AI's entire result out of their prompt and just claims it as their own handiwork. Yeah, you goof, you were the one who gave the command for ChatGPT to write you an apology after you cheated on your girlfriend. Now, I understand that using AI writing tools can still serve plenty of academic purposes, and the fact that they exist in the first place can be fertile grounds for further advancements in research and machine learning. But just like any powerful tool, if it falls into the wrong hands, just kidding, just like any tool, it needs to be handled responsibly. Just like referencing any other material or source that isn't your own and probably isn't copyright free, you need to properly cite it and give credit to the original author or creator. This is a great segue to my own opinion on AI prompts as an established and well-respected content creator. Of course, takes may vary depending on what kind of creator that person is. If they're a commentary channel or streamer, then chances are they are knowledgeable enough to know the ethical boundaries that are involved in using AI in certain situations, especially on the internet. Whether they're talking about some asshole who used it to apologize to their girlfriend, or when a news channel decides to use fully AI-generated anchors, these commentary people can serve as reliable voices about how we should approach the so-called perceived threat of AI in the workplace. On the other hand, if a content creator is more of a person who expresses their work artistically, then it is perfectly reasonable for them to perceive AI as a threat to their job stability. They have practiced and perfected their craft and their own unique style for months, even years, and have spent hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the process. And right when they start to make rack, they find these leeches creating obviously AI-generated art, making absolute buck, and worst of all, not having to spend a single penny beforehand. Thankfully for now, AI has its clear limitations when it comes to visual artistic expression. I highly encourage you to support real, hardworking, and talented artists whenever you can. And if you still opt to use AI-prompted art, go ahead, no one's stopping you, but make sure to disclose that when you post it. And oh, be aware of the backlash you might face. And what about my opinion? Well, I'm neither fully indifferent, nor am I completely hostile towards it. Again, as a content creator, I acknowledge the potentially good things it could bring to the world through its instantaneous generation of ideas, but it's also important for us to protect and uphold actual human creativity and its current impossibility for machines to replicate. Because, let's be real, without us, people with actual hearts and souls who created these tools, they wouldn't exist. So go ahead and use ChatGPT for your motorcycle article to get started. Just be sure to add your own input. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time. Mwah.